Dear students, in my last video, I discussed about what is negotiation and why is negotiation important. In this video, I will continue with negotiation and we will discuss in detail how the process of negotiation is done, how you can implement or apply negotiation by 6 simple steps. So we begin with the first step in negotiation, that is preparation. So when you start with negotiation or you want to negotiate, then firstly you have to prepare. Now what do you mean by preparing for negotiation? We will see here. Before any negotiation taking place, a decision needs to be taken so as to when and where the meeting will be done to discuss the problem and who will attend. So the very first thing that you have to prepare about is when the meeting will take place. The date you have to decide, when you want to negotiate, when you want to solve, or when you want to have a common point by discussion. Then where? In terms of business negotiation, you have to decide the place of the meeting where you want to go and meet the person, or whether you want to call the person for negotiation on a deal or on a contract. Then, and who will attend? Suppose there are two teams who are working on a project. Then out of the other team, like if you are speaking from the behalf of your team, who do you want from the other team, the contact person, in order to negotiate or in order to talk about the deal or the project that you want to negotiate for? Then setting a limited time scale can also be helpful to prevent the disagreement continuing. As you can see, the important keyword here is time scale. When you go for negotiation, and this happens most commonly in business setup or when you are at work and negotiating, that you also tell the other person the duration for which you will be meeting. Suppose the duration is like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 1 hour or maybe 40 minutes, depending upon how many points of difference that you're having and on how many points you want to talk about. And this will help you and also the other party, also the other person, to decide, okay, like if you're having 30 minutes for the total meeting, then 20 minutes you both can discuss about what he wants and what you want, and rest last 10 minutes you can work upon creating a common interest point or a chart of where both of you agree upon, maybe a list of items that okay, you are fine with these 3 things and the other person is fine with these 3 things. The last 10 minutes you will only focus on arriving at a conclusion of your negotiation, because it happens many a times that if this time scale is not known, that the other person might take the complete time in only discussing about what he wants, or you can take, or you might go for like the all the time you're only discussing about what you want. Then this will not help us in solving the purpose of meeting or the purpose of negotiation. So this time scale or the total time that you have for the meeting, this should be known by both the parties. Then once you have done with the preparation that involves 3 things or 4 things in detail, like when, where, who, how much time, then you go for discussion. Discussion is the second stage of, or the second step of negotiation. In this stage, individuals or members of each side put forward the case as they see. In this, both the parties will actually express or will talk about what they want, how they want the negotiation, or what they want out of this discussion. Like if there are two parties, party A and party B, then party A will talk about, okay, I want this to be done. And party B will also talk about, okay, these 5 things are of my interest. So this is the step where both the parties come to know about what each other is expecting out of this negotiation. That is, their understanding of the situation. This step also helps in clearing or solving any doubts or any confusion that both the parties might be having regarding the negotiation of work or project that they are meeting for. So once you are done with the preparation and the discussion, the third stage is setting of clear goals or goal settlement. From the discussion, the goals, interest and viewpoints of both sides of the disagreement need to be clear. At the end of the discussion, you actually come to know that, okay, what is the goal or purpose that the other person has come for negotiation? And also the other person comes to know that, okay, this is the thing that you want to talk about. Like there may be few points where you might be, okay, no, this I cannot agree. Or maybe because he has come, so he is expecting that, okay, these are a little 2-3 points or few points that the other person or you might agree. So this clarity comes after the discussion, and this is the third stage where you clear your goals. Like what is the priority? What is the main point that you cannot compromise? Then in the goal clarity only, it is important to list the factors in order of priority. Here, you also mention that, okay, which factors are important for you, on which things you cannot compromise. And the other person will also come to know that, okay, this is what he is very sure of that has to be done. So in this stage, no confusion is between both the parties regarding what they want from each other. That's all about the 3 stages initially that we do in negotiation. The next stages we will discuss in our next video. Thank you.